Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order introduced us to a new species, the Zeffo. By the time of the game, they are extinct, but we still get to learn quite a bit about them as we explore their temples and tombs scattered across the galaxy. Here is everything we currently know. It would appear that many, if not all of the Zeffo people could use the Force, a power which they referred to as the Life Wind. Just like we've seen in other Star Wars stories, different cultures had different ways of relating to and using the Force. On Dathomir it's known as magic. The Lasat people refer to it as the Ashla. Since Zeffo the planet was known for its powerful magnetic winds, the Zeffo people came to know the Force through those winds. Perhaps it was their connection with the life wind that allowed them to become technologically advanced very quickly, but a Zeffo sage is able to relay a message to Cal in the game that says that their wisdom and their technology could not stop their extinction. He says that dogma blinded them to the path of balance and their pride corrupted them. That's a story commonly told in real-world religions. The leaders become so obsessed with the rules of their beliefs that they forget about the meaning behind them. I think the same could be said about the Jedi of the prequel era. They became so concerned about their mandate and their role in the galaxy that they forgot they were meant to protect people first and foremost. The audio drama Dooku Jedi Lost by Cavan Scott gets into this when they allow a great number of people to die while they debate about whether or not they should get involved at all. The Zeffo sage goes on to say that the more control they sought, the further they fell into ruin. Throughout the game, Cal explores 3 Zeffo tombs. The first teaches us about Elrim, a sage who loved nature and was the first member of his species to establish a relationship with the Wookiees of Kashyyyk. The second, Mictrol, was described as having unending power in the Life Wind, and he demanded offerings from his followers. And finally, Kujet's tomb was located not on Zeffo, but on the planet Dathomir. He promised his followers mastery over the Life Wind, but instead massacred them all. The 3 tombs and the sages they contained illustrate the Zeffo and their fall from grace. They began like Elrim, one with nature and the Force, content to be part of the Force and not a master over it. Mictrol was praised for his use of the Force, and I don't believe that using the Force is inherently a bad thing, but Mictrol demanded tribute. He was arrogant, and so that likely led to competition among the Zeffo, seeing that control over the Force was something that could gain them notoriety and power among their own people. And finally, we come to Kujet, who cared only for himself, going so far as to kill his own followers. The more control the Zeffo sought, the further they fell into ruin. The sage that communicates with Cal finishes his speech by saying that he plans to lead his people into the Great Unknown, where he hopes they will find peace. I guess the Great Unknown could mean death itself, but I think it's more likely that the Zeffo aren't actually extinct. I believe they traveled into the unknown regions for a clean slate. I've been talking about Battlestar Galactica as it relates to Star Wars a lot lately, but something very similar happens in that show. Humans bring about their own destruction because they desire control over technology and are forced to find a new home where they begin again living very primitive lives at one with the world around them. I think it's possible, and I even hope, that we haven't seen the last of the Zeffo. A sequel to the game could have Cal and his crew seeking the remnants of the civilization. A story about Luke Skywalker could show him visiting Zeffo to learn more. The High Republic era could tie in with their past, and even the known galaxy has plenty of avenues for exploration because we know they have even more temples on planets like Bogano, Antotho, and Kashyyyk. But that's it for today. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.